Top. Or you could just cut it a little bit more and have it like...
Okay, so everybody over here.
Yeah, like big, I'm really thick in the chest region though, so that might not fit.
Okay, so thanks for working hard, you guys. I know we were a little bit delayed the last couple days because of the rain and stuff, but thanks for working hard. You guys did a good job. Give yourselves a hand. All right, cool. So we'll try to stop somewhere and get some food on the way to the airport, but right now we're getting on the order of I don't think we can really do the quarter. It's just going to be too hard to drop you guys off with traffic. I'm really sorry. I was hoping to, but sorry about that. So we'll get food. Okay, so we'll stop somewhere on the way and get food. Some of the place I would like to take you guys. This place is a little bit long, so we'll find some place quick so we can grab something and you guys can get food and we'll eat on the way to the airport. So this is the start of the end of our trip, right? So we're going to take off. John and Tom are going to come back, stay a couple more days, finish the last couple plots that we couldn't finish up. So they're not coming back with us. So you'll see them for a little bit, but we're going to hit the airport. It's just going to be scattered. And so this is the last time we're all going to be together. Tom will come to our poster video and gumbo session.
Oh, yes.
You better.
Wild horses couldn't keep me away.
John will hopefully Skype in if he can or Zoom in, but he won't physically be there. So this is going to be the last time we're all together. So, so I have those guys say a couple words. But first, I just want to say thanks to you guys for coming. Somebody asked at some point during this trip, like, what's an alternative spring break? You guys don't even know that you're on an alternative spring break, essentially, right? So you guys could be sleeping in. Right? You guys could be hanging out at the beach or doing whatever, and you guys chose to come on this class, right? And I want to thank you for that. And the people here, hopefully you guys have gotten the sense of how much they appreciate you guys coming. Obviously, when we have any kind of disaster, Puerto Rico, Houston, wherever, wildfires with us back home, there's a lot of interest in that, and people paying attention. And then pretty quickly, people's attention goes away. Right? And it's understandable. There's a million stressful things. There's a million new things that are constantly popping into our view shed. But as you guys have seen from all these surveys you've been doing, from driving around, talking to people, visiting with folks, this place is not recovered from Hurricane Katrina, right? All those years ago. It's still recovering. You guys helped with some of that, and that's great. We've been coming for all these years, and we've been doing a little bit every year to help with recovery, but the point is it's not restored, right? You see, I saw the houses right next to us that were still vacant lots in the relatively nice area, in the relatively wealthier spots, right? So I think it's important that when you guys go back and you talk to people about this place and all these things, one, talk about this place, talk about these people and their culture and their unique, important part of our American fabric. But also, I think a lot of these lessons export directly to wherever the heck we are, right? So the Hurricane Katrina happened to hit New Orleans. A similar thing can happen back home. So we used to have a fishing pier at Magoo Lagoon. People used to come out by the hundreds and hundreds every Saturday to go fish. It's not there anymore because it was taken out by a hurricane in 1923, or at least the tail end of a hurricane. So we have hurricanes where we live. They're not that common, but thanks to climate change, they're becoming more likely to have them return to our Ventura County coast, right? The levee system that was certified and said it was okay by the folks of the Army Corps here, they certify the same levees in Sacramento, where about a third of our water comes from, right? So these issues are universal, right? How do we have folks, when the fire burns Malibu, that sucks, it really does. It's horrible, it's a bad thing. Those folks, relatively speaking, have resources. But when the fire burns Paradise, those folks don't have resources. The stories that are happening to those folks, essentially same exact things that have happened to the folks that we've visited here, right? So these things are universal truths. And sometimes when we do stuff, people accuse us of being tree huggers, environmentalists, and I think we are, most of us are, and that's cool. You shouldn't shy away from that. But you should also not be pigeonholed into that is all that you do. You guys care about the snapping turtle we just saw the fishermen pull out of the creek, right? You guys care about the trees. You guys now like plants, I hope, at least have an appreciation for plants. A few of you maybe do. Right? And that's important. Plants are kick butt. Plants are awesome, right? That snapping turtle is awesome. Those deer and the birds and the insects, those beetles, those are awesome. But so are the people. And this false narrative has grown up over the last few decades that you are for the environment and against people. That is the most opposite thing possible, right? This is our life support system, this place that we're on. So all the stuff that John does, all the stuff that Tom does, all the stuff that I do, all the stuff that you guys do is about being moral people, really, ultimately, when it gets down to it, right? We want a healthy place for critters, a healthy place for people. Those things need not be, exclusion. They don't have to go one way or the other. We should have healthy, well-functioning things. Those guys should be fishing in the canal. It should be clean enough that they can pull fish out and feed their families, right? That's consistent with what we're trying to do. We are in a strange time in our planet and our country where we have people that are working to divide us, and they're actively working to divide all you guys. And that's offensive. Deep down in my core, I'm offended by that, and I hope you guys are too. Not that we're trying to be political here, but the answer is we've seen with all this stuff. How do we get the garden planted? You guys all come out and plant at the garden, right? How do we get these surveys done? You guys didn't know what the hell was going on when we came here. I was like, here's some lectures. You're like, what the hell? Right? You had no idea, right? I mean, you kind of knew, but until you got here, you didn't know. You guys are all now fantastic bottomland hardwood forest surveyors, right? I mean, all of you guys. You know how to do it. You know what the plants are. You know what to expect. That's awesome, right? Jump into those future things that come your way. It might seem scary. It might seem hard to do. You guys can all do it, right? Drink your water, sun protection, keep the blackberries off. You get bit, get a little calamine lotion. Keep on going, right? Keep on going. I need you to keep on going. Tom needs you to keep on going. John needs you to keep on going. My son needs you guys to keep on going. Your children need you guys to keep on going. And so this trip, people say, is strange that we spend all this time in cooking schools, and we spend time down in doing gardens, and we spend time in the forest. This does not seem strange to me at all. This seems exactly what everybody should be doing. So it's not surprising to me that we do this. It's surprising to me that more people don't do these types of things. These things are not, the music is tied to this place, right? The voodoo panel that we saw is tied to this place. All of these things, you can't have one without the other, right? Or at least if you did, it wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be the same. And so for all the injustice and all the racism and all the greed and all that silly stuff about how you design levees, this place is still here, right? But we need to be really vigilant. The stressors that are coming on to us, the stuff that Tom and John and our generation and our parents' generation have given you, this is a really, really hard thing. I mean, it really, really is. Don't want to bum anybody out, but it's a steep mountain we need to all climb, right? Coastal zone management is part of that. How do we have functioning, vibrant coastlines where we have people of all economic incomes living here, right? Where we have people of all different educational backgrounds living here and have a functioning, vibrant, happening place, right? Short answer is it's not with levees. That ain't gonna really do it, right? Maybe we need some kind of levees, but we need to be more adaptive. To have those conversations, we need folks like you guys that take these experiences to heart. And it doesn't matter if you guys are global studies major, anthro, ESRM, whatever, it's your responsibility now. So when you're at Thanksgiving dinner with your crazy uncle and they say some just absolute off-the-wall, insane BS, you need to call them on it, right? Hopefully in a polite way. Don't destroy Thanksgiving dinner, right? Right? Don't get naked like Tom would do in front of a rose bush or something like that. But you need to call them on it, right? We have to engage in these conversations. You guys now know a bit about New Orleans. You guys know a bit about Louisiana. You guys know a bit about wetland restoration. Share that with people. Share that with people, right? We don't have to be in each other's face all the time, but we really need to not let these lies, which is what a lot of this stuff is, and active deception rule the day. Hard choices are in front of us, but if we can't actually know reality, if we can't speak facts, we are totally screwed. So it can be hard at times, but it's now your guys' responsibility. And don't be one of those people that just goes down one path. We hope, all of us, all three of us hope you guys are people that enjoy the music, enjoy the food, enjoy the art, and have the science, right? All that stuff, we need all that stuff together. just the artsy stuff misses it. Just the science stuff misses it. We want a whole contiguous planet, and that means a whole contiguous understanding of things. And it means you can have fun, right? We don't have to be all nerdy, dorky out there in white lab coats and all be like super serious and things, right? Obviously, we're maybe a little, we're maybe a little bit too the other way, maybe at times, maybe a little too loose. Title IX, Tom. But this is the career that John and Tom and I have chosen, and hopefully at least some of you guys find this type of career path of interest, and you can forge your own path, right? We all three didn't follow the typical model of how we got here. You guys can follow that path. So most of you guys are graduating. The ones that aren't graduating are going to be graduating soon. Hope you guys stay in touch. So next year is our first ever alumni trip. So anybody that's been on the trip before can come if you guys want to. You guys have to pay full price, right? Because there's no IRA support. But it's going to be really fun. And if you guys are interested, love for you guys to watch for the emails. So it's not going to be an official school trip, but we're going to come do a lot of the stuff. We're going to do our service that we need to do. We're going to do all the wetland surveys. So if you don't like the wetland surveys, then you probably shouldn't come next year. But yeah. So I just want to say thanks again, you guys, and really appreciate you guys coming. Tell people about this place. Tell people about the stories that you've heard of, and hopefully stay in touch with some of those folks. Listen to WWOZ online. Follow NOLA.com. These are all things in today's day and age that are easy to stay engaged with. So I hope you guys stay engaged with this. So thanks for coming. Do you guys want to say anything?
Sure. I'll keep it brief. I'm so proud of you guys for learning the plants. It's not easy, and I hope you understand now that when you drive by a plant community, a lot of times you'll walk into a forest and you'll say, oh my God, this is overwhelming. It looks like 1,000 species, but it turns out not to be 1,000 species. It turns out to be 3 or 4 or 5 dominant species. And if you know those species, you can understand what these plant communities are. And so this is, I would consider you guys experts now in bottomland hardwood forests. I know
Clap for yourselves! Clap for
that sounds
yourselves!
funny. But there aren't a lot of people who understand bottomland hardwood forests as well as you guys do right now. So whenever you see a plant community, you should be asking yourselves, oh, how many species are those? What are the dominant species? And that's how you learn to be an ecologist, a plant ecologist, and every other botanist, every other ecologist. If you're a herpetologist, you need to know what the plants are, because all communities are based first on the plants, and it's not that hard.
Or algae. Primary producers.
And so, yeah, I hope we've given you something that you can use in the future. So, good job.
Thank you.
I just wanted to say thank you. It was a real pleasure meeting all of you. As I said, this is one of the highlights of my year, coming here and meeting you all. And I think the thing that I really enjoy about the trip is that since we've been doing it for a while, I think you've seen, we've built up. We're not just some random people showing up here. We've sort of developed. We're kind of partly a part of this community, and that's a function of all the folks, you guys, who did this course before you, and you've added to this. So I've done completely new things on this trip because of you all. I met different people because of you all, including you all yourselves. So I just wanted to say thank you for that. And last thing I'll say is that this really, it's sort of reiterating what Sean said, this really is a unique class in which you actually do all these things and see that this place is not simply the plants, it's not simply the music, it's not simply Bourbon Street, it's not simply the oil and gas industry, it's all those things intermixed, and you've got to do a little bit of all of those things. So, I think the last thing I want to say is thank you for Sean, because he does a lot of this stuff that the organization of putting this class together is not simple. And that's one of the main reasons why this class is so unique, and not many people do it. Because oh my God, you have to play every night at 2 a.m. I have to call. You have to figure out what I'm doing tomorrow afternoon for dinner, right? Because screw that, we're gonna stay at the research station and we're gonna sample whatever for a week, and that's what we're gonna do. But so it's all because of Sean, basically, who is put this together. So I'm just want to say thank you to Sean.
Yeah. John always says that every year, and I'm very appreciative. Thanks, you guys. But it really is a team effort. It really is a team effort. So thanks, you guys. Awesome. Any closing thoughts? Anyone want to say anything? All right. Excellent. Food. Let's go.